Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Daily Blues here on 100% Chelsea. All the latest transfer rumours to do with Chelsea Football Club, all the latest news to do with Chelsea Football Club, and today I'm joined with Tony and Son of Chelsea. Big Tom will end up coming on sometime quite soon, but these two are on at the moment.
Hello, alright?
What's up?
Right, now, today is good news day for us because, well, Ashley Cole, a living legend at Chelsea, has been released. You know, he's been terminated by Roma, and I'm not sure why. The reasons haven't come out just yet, but he's a free agent. Now, we have a little bit of an issue in terms of defence and our wing-backs at the moment. How good would it be, do you think, guys, to bring Ashley Cole back, just like we brought Didier back, as cover? You know, we're getting Baba Rahman. Maybe Aspi can shift over to the right, and then we'd have Ivanovic and Ashley Cole as backup. What do you reckon, Tony?
Well, I never really understood why we got rid of him. I mean, if you actually think about it, if we'd have kept Ashley Cole on the left, then Azpilicueta could have played on the right. Yeah. You know, and there wouldn't have been that, you know, sort of situation where he's being played on the opposite side. I've got to be honest with you, I haven't actually kept up to date with Ashley Cole's progress over with Roma, but it is interesting. How old is he now?
I think is it 33, 34?
That's still young, isn't it?
well,
it is, isn't it? You know,
it's not a disaster. I mean, John Terry's doing well at that age, so.
Absolutely, and he's a legend. You know, I really respect Ashley Cole. You know. He's one of those that has said he could never ever play against us.
Yeah.
Certainly not for any other English club. Well, it's interesting, isn't it? Very interesting. But we've just signed a left back, haven't we? You know, but as cover, why not? I mean, his wages were quite. Well, that's right. But if I remember rightly, his wages were quite hefty. So I imagine they were quite happy to, you know, get that, get rid of that, if you follow what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Why not?
How about you, Dan? Would you bring Ashley Cole in and just, you know, stabilise that left back position a bit?
I think, you know, having any of those players that like won the Champions League and you know how much Ashley's won for the club, you know, I'd love to have him back. I put out like a little cheeky tweet earlier today, just saying, you know, Ashley Cole's a free agent. You know, should we go in and sign him? And I got a few good replies from Chelsea fans. The vibe seems to be, yeah, we should go in for him. I just think it would bring a lift to the club. Yeah, it would just give us more cover, whether that's meaning, you know, maybe some games you play Azpilicueta there. We'll have to see how the form of Ivanovic develops as the season goes on. You know, and that, you know, you can change it around. The better depth you have in your squad, the better. I still felt a bit like Tony. I still felt he could do a job at. Not even better than a job. He could still play that position at the end of his 13-14. You know, when we let him go, and to have him back would be brilliant. You know, has anyone taken that number 3 shirt? You know,
well, it was given to Felipe Luis, was it?
And then of course, he's now sold. So Baba Rahman has yet to be confirmed, though we do believe you'd probably expect him to get the number 3 shirt, but if not, and we move quickly, maybe you could give the number 3 shirt back to Ashley. But I can't, and it's weird. I mean, where would you see Ashley Cole going? I mean, because he definitely ain't. I don't think he's got it in him to come back to England and not play for Chelsea. You know, when he take a step down to the Championship, I still think he's too good for that. So it'll be interesting to see.
Well, I mean,
I can just inform you that Stoke have pulled one back against Tottenham.
They have, yes. Just to let you guys know, we can keep you up to date with the live scores because the games are still going on.
Tottenham 2, Stoke 1.
Yeah.
There's 12 to go in there.
It is. Stoke have just pulled one back, 12 to go. They can hopefully do it. Come on, Stoke. Sunderland are going to get relegated. I'm just going to say that now. Talk Norwich City. Jack, you're going to be happy with this because Norwich are destroying them 3-0 away from home. So Sunderland, bottom of the league, surely.
And what about today, Eunice, on Talk Sport? It was full of Evertonians going mental and saying they have this massive protest.
Yeah.
And they go and
destroy. Yeah. Destroy Southampton 3-0.
As they say.
Exactly. Well, the issue with Ashley Cole, obviously, if we go back to Ashley Cole, is he didn't play a lot, and I don't know in terms of his fitness and his ability, if he's dipped, if he's gotten, I wouldn't say worse, but just not as good as he used to be. I mean, would you be happy with that? I mean, he is a free transfer. Obviously, considering his wages, we'd have to pay a little bit, but I don't know. In terms of him not playing so much, would you still consider taking him as a backup?
Well, it'd be a massive presence, wouldn't he, in the dressing room?
That's one thing, yeah.
Which we all agree, it was probably with Didier last season. That was probably the biggest part that Didier played. So from that point of view, it'd be brilliant. But obviously, I'm not sure about his form. And I'm not sure about how he would cope. With the pace of the Premier League.
Yeah.
Again, it's a bit of a slower game, isn't it, over there in Italy? It's not up and down the pitch. I wouldn't imagine he's found it a bit different,
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'd have to know basically what his form was like, But as cover.
Yeah.
Why not? But I think it's his wages were pretty hefty, if I remember rightly. Pretty big,
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, I guess, buddy.
Well, Dan, considering he didn't play a lot, I think the stat is he's played 11 games. I think it is for Roma. That's not a lot.
That's not a lot. No.
It's not. It's definitely not. I mean, as a backup, don't get me wrong, he's not going to be playing every week. I think that's good, considering he'd have enough time to train, to build himself a little bit back up for the times he'll be needed. But I don't know, would you consider that as a backup?
Yeah, I mean, I think he would be a great backup. I don't think he'd come in and expect to play every game. Just the experience in the dressing room, I think, a bit like we had with Drogba. And also Roma, and I think I said yesterday, people have been comparing him to Ashley Cole, which may be a little bit. I mean, Ashley Cole's probably the best English left-back we've ever seen. And one of the best left-backs in the world in his prime. So, I mean, to compare him to that, but if you could have some sort of, I don't know, like if Rahman's playing, you could get experience, Ashley Cole could teach him a few things, I can see positives. Also, just round with the squad, I'm sure JT and Cahill and the players who with Ashley will be happy to see him back. I don't really know where he goes now, but there's been no interest shown by Chelsea as of yet, but this has only been in the past few hours, so things could quickly develop.
Can't just interrupt.
2-2.
It's 2-2.
2-2. Go on, the Stoke.
Sorry, Dan.
Oh, yes. 2-2.
Go on, Stoke.
Come on, Stoke. Okay. No, that's cheered me up. No, I don't really see any negatives of it. I mean, the wages are one thing, but to have a left back in there that's not going to cost any actual kind of fee, which I think is a positive for the club. He isn't going to cost, I don't think, ridiculous wages, but yeah, I mean, I'd like to know people's thought in the comments. I mean, I don't see any kind of downsides to it, especially if that means Azpilicueta gets to fight with Ivanovic for that right back position. So
for sure.
Does he want to continue to play then? I mean, do we know that, or I mean, could he come back in a coaching capacity, maybe defensive, something? Why not? I mean, he's part of,
I mean, he could be. Obviously, probably not now because he's still young, and I don't know if he's done his badges because he has to do his badges. That's something that's on Terry and Lampard. Terry and Lampard have been doing their badges, so they could. But Ashley Cole, I'm not so sure. I just think that's a good point. He'd be an amazing presence in the dressing room. He's won it all.
Massive.
He's won it all.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's what we need at the moment because we had that with Didier last year and we had it with Czech and they're gone. And all we've got is JT and Mourinho who have won it all. You know, that is it. Everyone else hasn't. So I think having someone like Ashley Cole, the team, or the young boys at least, would look up to him. You know, and I'm sure he'd be happy to help out. He knows his age. He knows he's not as good as he used to be. I think he'd be okay with just being a backup and coming on when he'll be needed. So I think we should do it. I don't know. Guys, let me know in your comments. Let us know. Do you think Ashley Cole would be a good backup? You know, good presence in the dressing room. He'd have enough time to build himself back up for when he'd be needed. I think it'd be a good deal. Let us know in the comments. Right. The live scores are obviously one thing. Nothing's happened major at the moment except Stoke. City
Swansea
game,
are 2 up, haven't they, against Newcastle? So you know, they were good. They were good last week, weren't they, against us? And you know, there's been a lot of talk about Newcastle, and obviously
Newcastle are down to 10.
Yeah, they are down to 10. But so were we.
So were we.
Yeah, so were we.
That is true. And West Ham losing to Leicester at home. 2-1.
Well, Claudio's doing all right, isn't he?
He is, isn't he? The Tinker Man. I can't wait for that.
I'm really happy for him. I'm really happy because I think the media were so kind of against him and criticising him and saying, well, he lost against the Faroe Islands, so what is he? People, I saw even something saying like he's going to be useless, they're just going to go down. I'm so happy for him. I think he's got a good club there. You know, if you're going to lose Nigel Pearson and bring in Claudio Ranieri, I don't think they're, you know, from kind of my opinion, as maybe from a biased opinion from what he did at Chelsea, I think, you know, it's a good replacement, and I'm so happy he's doing well. They've got some decent signings in there, and I think Leicester, with their stadium, their home fans as well, I think they can continue to thrive in the Premier League. You know, they've brought in some good signings. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I just hope he does well.
I hope so as well. You know, I hope so. I'm pleased for him. I just hope he doesn't get relegated. He keeps Leicester up. That would be good. And I can't wait because we've never seen it. We've never seen Ranieri against Mourinho. I can't wait for Leicester City at Stamford Bridge. That's going to be a game and a half.
Yeah, it will. Yeah.
He'll
get a good reception, won't he? To be fair.
He would.
Quite fond of him, really, aren't we? You know, quite fond.
Yeah. That game against Arsenal at Highbury, I mean, never forget.
Yeah, he was in tears when he that night when he you know.
He was.
I think we all were, considering because we hadn't won it. Yeah. We hadn't won at Highbury for so long, and you know the winning in the Champions League quarter-final, you know, Wayne Bridge, which won. It's kind of a bit sad now because you know the whole thing with JT and you know how that all ended. But you know, I still got good feelings towards Wayne Bridge at his time at Chelsea and scoring that goal. You know.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Well, yeah, I mean, good luck to Leicester and good luck to Tinkerman. Right, we've got Leicester.
What do we think though of United? 2 wins.
I know they're looking all right.
I don't buy all this. I saw a lot on Twitter saying, "Oh, look how bad they are." You know, look how they're scraping wins. I'm sorry, but they've won 2 games. They brought in some good signings. You know, they don't have to come flying out of the blocks. You know, I think if we would have beaten Swansea last week with a scrappy 2-0 and win tomorrow scrappy and get 6 points, don't think anyone will be complaining. That's not what you need to do. This is a marathon, not a sprint, and I'll keep on saying that. You know, I think United are going to be up there. I don't think. Yeah, I think I made a top 4 prediction the other day, and I was like, well, I still think they'll probably be 3rd or 4th. Just by looking at De Gea leaving, I think that'll be a big blow for them. I still think they need better attacking kind of cover. I know Hernandez can do a job. I know Januzaj played okay, but also I think defensively they can be exploited later on in the season. Daley Blind played good last night, but I think he can be exploited against maybe more physical teams and also better teams, you know, just the physicality. But you know, you can't. I don't think you can have a go at United. I mean, you know, we're the masters of winning 1-0, and you know we ain't complaining after. So you know.
No, of course. I mean, don't get me wrong. For now, Man United winning 1-0 is what they need. They need some sort of stability in terms of winning games and knowing that they can scrape a win when they have to. Because that's the sign of becoming a champion. You know, becoming title winners. Is that sometimes you just have to scrape 1-0s.
It just goes to show you, though, doesn't it? I mean, this is going to be one hell of a hard league this season, more than any other time. You've got West Ham that have gone to the Emirates and won 2-0, and now they're losing at home to Leicester. You know, anything's possible, isn't it? Absolutely anything. And despite those wins, I took the liberty of checking out the odds, the odds checker, and the averages were they see Manchester City just slight favourites to win the title now, 15-8.
I'm sure they will.
We're 23-10, which is just a shade over 2-1, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
And they see Arsenal and Manchester United both out at 5-1.
Wow.
5-1. Liverpool 22-1, and Spurs at 200 to 1. But
more like 200 million.
Yeah. So there's, they say that the bookies never get it wrong. They see Manchester City and Chelsea in a 2-horse race with United and Arsenal. They can't separate. But obviously it's early days, and that can change, can't it?
True. Could do. I mean, with United, I still think we just have to be a little bit cautious, but I don't think they'll pose a big threat in terms of the long run. I think they've got a good team. They've got a team to carry them up until maybe up after Christmas or so, and then I don't know. I think once us, City, maybe if Arsenal decide to stride into gear, I think United will be left behind. I don't know about you.
It's hard to say, isn't it? I mean, we done the 1, 2, 3, 4, didn't we? And I think me and Eunice was exactly the same, wasn't it? We saw Arsenal as our main challenger, and we felt Manchester City squad-wise was better than United's, didn't we? For that reason, we put them as third. And the Louis van Gaal thing, wasn't it? We weren't quite sure about the Louis van Gaal thing, so for that reason, we put them fourth. It'd be them 4, but we had United as 4th, didn't we? But yeah, they've started off, extremely. You can ask for, isn't it?
Quite well. They're top of the league, so.
A little bit of early pressure.
Yeah, a little bit. Let's see if they can handle it. Right.
What's what's going on with Pedro, mate? Because it seems that we're back in for him. Have you read that?
I've read it, and I've read City have actually apparently made a bid for him, and United are just stalling with him. And he played yesterday again. I think he might not even end up going.
Probably Barca's best player in an awful game for them.
I know. Yeah, just for those who don't know, Barcelona got battered 4-0 last night, and it was beautiful by Atletico Bilbao. I can't believe that. The guy scored a 50-yarder, didn't he? He just whacked it from a half volley from the halfway line, and it just flew in.
Did you see that save though from the Messi free kick before half time?
Yeah.
What a save!
What a save!
What a save! It's like a goal. I was like, I thought Messi, that was it, and then what a save! World class.
Definitely world class. But I mean, Pedro.
Regarding Pedro, Pedro's basically saying that we're going to come back in and steal it off both Manchester clubs.
You see, I would. If it was down to me, I really would.
I'd love that.
Well, Louis van Gaal saying basically the ball's in your court, take it or leave it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I did read also that City were hovering, waiting to make a bid, but wouldn't it be wonderful if we come in and just
It really would. It really would. I don't know about you, Dan. I mean, if we decide to send someone maybe on loan, or we got rid of Cuadrado, or God knows, I think Pedro just coming in would be perfect.
I think it'd be brilliant. I think it would really change the landscape of how everyone would think about this title race. Yeah. I think it would really put us back as favourites. I think it would strengthen the squad. I think it would be a real masterstroke by Mourinho to get him in. Oh, Big Tom here.
Hey,
finally. But no, I think as well.
Big Tom.
Right, welcome to the show, Big Tom. I don't know about you, Dan. I mean, if you can hear, we decide to send someone maybe on loan.
Oh god, now we're getting replay.
Put the video on mute.
But no, I was going to continue saying I think it'd just be a massive signing, probably Yeah, there's a spot. I think Pedro could play in a number of positions. So yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think it'd be ideal. I really think it'd be ideal. But obviously, we've got 2 weeks for the transfer window to shut. So let's see what happens within the next few days. Right, City tomorrow, big game, massive actually.
Am I in, guys?
Yeah, you're right, Tom.
Yes, you're there, Tom.
I'm in.
Yeah,
You're
you
in,
are.
mate.
Oh, sorry about that. Can you hear me? Yeah.
We can.
Oh, wicked. You alright, guys?
Not bad. Welcome along.
Sorry, I'm late.
No worries at all. But well, you're just in time. Going to speak about City. Give a little
Sunderland
preview.
1, Norwich 3 is full time.
Yeah, full time. Spurs as well, 2-2.
Spurs is 2-2, and West Brom drew 0-0. Was that with Watford, wasn't it?
With Watford, yeah. Sorry, Dan, your accumulator is gone. Right, yeah. Big game tomorrow, City. Now, as I've said before, it doesn't matter. You know, it does matter, but it's not decisive. It's not going to decide anything. Last thoughts. Apparently, Oscar is still a doubt. Right, if Oscar is a doubt, let's give a proper starting 11. Tony, are you going to stick with what we spoke about a week ago?
Yeah, Bekovic, Ivanovic, Aspilicueta, Terry Cahill, Zuma Matic, Willian, Hazard, Fabregas, Costa.
Okay. Daniel?
Yeah, I'd pretty much go the same, really. So did you go set Oscar in number 10?
Yeah, if Oscar's a doubt, then Fabregas.
If Oscar's a doubt, it's Fabregas, isn't it?
Yeah, for me it's literally exactly the same. I kind of had a dilemma about who I'd put in there, just considering I felt Oscar had a good first half last week, but I mean either of them two, but other than that, it's completely identical.
Yeah, okay. Tom, your starting 11 for tomorrow.
Can you hear me, yeah?
Yeah, we can, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Can I go back to the Ashley Cole situation?
Yeah, actually, yeah, go for it. Give us your
I won't be long. I just want to give my 2 cents. I think he'll be good. I think it'll be good to bring him in. Has his contract definitely been terminated by Roma then?
Yeah, he's going to get released.
Yep.
He's been released, yeah. So in terms of playing, I don't know if he actually even wants to play. If he wants to play, especially in a competitive league like the Premier League, because I think he hardly played any games for Roma since he's been there.
Yeah.
So I think obviously the reason for them to release him, obviously I don't think he wants to play football, or if he does, maybe in America or somewhere like that. But if he does come, I think he'll be good just for the dressing room, for the morale, and obviously he's a character, and I know he's familiar with the place. We've seen Jose do it with Drogba, bringing back in Etu, experienced heads, just bringing them back in. Yep. I think it'll be a good idea.
Definitely. Yeah. Would you be happy with him as a backup, just sitting as a backup to, like, let's say Baba Rahman when he comes in, and then Aspi and Ivanovic dealing with the right hand side?
Yeah, if he can still play, because obviously as a backup you might be called upon. Baba Rahman might go out for 3 months. Yeah. So you got to be on call, and you got to be prepared, and you got to be ready to play for a few. You know what I mean? At least 10 games. But yeah, if he's willing and he's willing to play and he's fit, then yeah, why not, man? Ashley Cole's a quality player.
For sure.
Yeah.
Leicester have won at West Ham, and Swansea have beaten Newcastle 2-0.
Yeah, it's all full time now everywhere. So,
Can we take a time out to acknowledge West Ham, who got beaten by Leicester, who beat Arsenal last week?
Yeah, true.
It's a strange league, isn't it? It's very.
That's the beauty of the Premier League. And got sent off.
No, I bet that's a proper, like, what do they call them things, like coupon buster. I bet there are certain people betting on West Ham today thought, yeah, they're going to go and win. I was like, no, I thought there'd probably be either a draw there, or I was kind of swaying towards Leicester, because I think that's what West Ham are like. They're very inconsistent.
Very exactly, they are. I think last week was obviously just the underdog against a big team. You got nothing to lose, give it your all, and that's what West Ham did.
Did that Oxford play for them again today?
I can have a look. I'm not so sure.
He's probably still having trouble getting Ozil out of his pocket.
He did, but he came off. That's a good one. He did, but he came off at half time. Or what? Second half.
Okay.
So yeah. But yeah, thanks for that, Tom. Your 11 for us against City tomorrow. What would you play?
Begovic.
Yep.
I'd still go with Branner.
Okay.
I'd prefer to have Zuma at centre back because I think he's a better player than Cahill in my opinion. But I know Jose won't. He'll go with Cahill. So let me just say my one. I'd say Zuma, Terry, Aspie, and then I'd have Mikel and Matic. Now don't slate me too bad in the comments, please, guys. And I'd have Hazard. Is Oscar fit? If he's not fit, Fabregas and Willian and Costa. If Costa's not fit, then Remy.
Oh no, yeah, no. Apparently Costa's fit. Costa will play, definitely.
Right, or then Costa then.
The only doubt is obviously Oscar.
I thought we might draw or lose at the beginning of the week, but I actually think we might pull off a win tomorrow. I'm feeling quite confident now.
Me too.
Yeah.
I think we got that first game out of the way. We're back in the stride of the Premier League again. I think we'll be all right tomorrow.
I think the whole media storm, I guess, in some ways could have a favour. I think we were talking about this yesterday. I think it could play into our hands a bit because everyone's expecting us to go there and lose. It's all in all the chaos of this week. I think probably it's it'll probably motivate Jose more. All the articles. Us against the world. I think that mentality, and we could go out there tomorrow. And I think the biggest thing, of course, obviously, is just I still wouldn't. I don't think any of us with perspective, if we came away with a draw, I don't think any of us would be going, that's a crap result. I think we'd all kind of be happy taking a draw tomorrow, but a win would be brilliant.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm going to start with Tony here. How do you see us playing tomorrow? Are we going to go toe-to-toe, or are we going to sit back and hit the counter and go for the 1-0? What do you think Jose is going to do?
Well, I read somewhere that they put together 692 passes in the game against West Bromwich Albion. That's 212 more passes than any other team.
Okay.
So the question is, do we let them have the ball and sit and then hit them on the counter, or do we go for it? The one thing we've got to do is make sure that Yaya Toure doesn't boss the game.
Yep.
And Matic always does all right, doesn't he? He does. Against Yaya. Listen, the stats ain't too. I mean, in the last 4 games, we're undefeated against them, aren't we? 2 wins, 2 draws.
We are.
And I don't see any reason why we can't go there with confidence to think we can't. I mean, we were unlucky last year. We got emotionally destroyed, didn't we?
Yeah.
But they've only. I think we've only won once out of the last 7 occasions at the Etihad.
Yeah.
So it's not looking. That's not great from that point of view. But no, I think we should. I think we should sit and play our natural game. We're a counter-attacking side anyway, aren't we? Let's be honest.
Yep.
Let's let them come on to us. They'll be wary of us. We've got some quick players and some clever players. But let them come on to us, and then we'll hit them on the break.
Yeah, for sure.
I fancy us as well, Tom. I really do. I've got the really good feeling about it.
Same here, man.
Now it's Evergate, we're calling it Evergate. Evergate's, done and dusted, let's move on and, let's not forget, we're going there, we're the champions.
Exactly, that's the mentality we should have. That is definitely the mentality.
Go there with our heads held high.
They should be scared of us, not us scared of them. We're the champions.
But I think the last time they failed to win there was way back in February when they played Hull City. So it's it's going to be it's a formidable place to, it's going to be a tough game. It's one of the most toughest games of the season, isn't it? But listen, we can go there. If we win tomorrow, there won't be a worry or a problem in the world.
I agree.
And this is a big game, and Mourinho will be preparing for this game, and it seems that everyone's. It's not the end of the world. Absolutely, absolutely, buddy.
It's only the second day. It's 36 to go. Daniel.
So let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think looking at the last two, excluding the FA Cup game in 2014, I think the two last league occasions at the Etihad have been perfectly and tactically planned in my opinion. I think we went there with the right game plan. I think we sat back, we countered well on them. I think clearly when we won 1-0, we were more attacking. We just did that all night, just counter-attack them. They really didn't do anything towards our goal. I think last season they had a good first 20-minute spell, really intense, but we managed to handle that. And of course, they got the player sent off. I think it was Zabaleta with Costa got sent off. We were able to then the goal we scored last year, I think, was brilliant. It was a brilliant passing goal, brilliant movement from it was a real team goal, exploiting the centre backs, stretching out the pitch. And I think we should go with the same game plan. Naturally, we are a good attacking side. I know people love to think we can just go there and smash them 5-0, but also what we've got to think of, we're not in the best form currently, just going off of the past few games we played in pre-season and also last week. So there's no point going there and trying to do something that, do you know what I mean? When we're on form, even when we were on form and played them last year, we still played defensive. So I think that's Jose's natural style. I think that's what he likes to do in his big games. The biggest challenge for us is containing Yaya Toure and David Silva, two players. They're the two functioning players of the City team, attacking-wise. If you can shut down them, even I think shutting down Yaya is bigger than shutting down Silva, because Yaya likes to come from deep and really dominate the midfield. He likes to spread those passes out wide, and of course can find space to score a goal like he did on Monday against West Brom. So if Matic and Zuma can do a job on him, that's really a lot of City's potential attacking threat taken out. A lot of their he's kind of the engine of their team, and if you can stop him, as we saw the last time we won there, it really helps. Attacking wise, I'd like to see Diego have a better game than he did there last year. I think he was really quiet in the game last year, so if he can get himself a goal, I think Eden Hazard, I think he can really go out there, and I think probably Zabaleta has been struggling with injury, but if Zabaleta's playing, and I think Hazard has him on toast, so I think that'd be positive. But overall, I just think stay with the same game plan. What I want to see is a confident kind of display from a unit, from the team, a confident display, even if it's a 1-1 draw, even if it's a 1-0 defensive. I just want to see that this team can still do what it did last year. It's still the champions, and like you said, we are the champions. We've got to be going there with the mentality that we are the best team in this league by a mile. And how dare anyone think that has changed in the span of a couple months, and we've got to go out. We've still got some. I was thinking this morning, we've still think of what this team did last season, and we win tomorrow. Everyone's on cloud nine, and it's all back to normal.
I agree. That's perfect. Tom, how would you play us tomorrow?
I just had a thought, right, and I don't know how you guys think, but I know how Jose he does set up very tactically in games like this. How do you guys feel about Ramirez being on the right to help out Ivanovic with the threat of Silva or whoever plays on that wing?
Well, it would mean Willian would have to shift into the middle probably.
Yeah.
Silva might switch though, and then
he could do. Yeah, exactly. He could do, which means Hazard would have to keep up with him. Which, well, he could do, but.
But do you know what, right? If you look at our side on paper, right, it's as good as theirs, isn't it?
It is.
It's as good as theirs, right?
It's better.
Well, I agree. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Our first 11 better than theirs.
If we're on it. We can, let them worry about us.
Exactly.
I don't think at the back they're that great, and we got, normally our defence is solid. You know, we've just been a little bit not so watertight, are we, at the moment? You know, but
no. But in terms of the sorry, Tony, go on.
No, I was just going to say, if we can, you know, get back to what we're really, really good at, and then obviously, you know, hit them on the break, you know, we've got a great chance. You know, why not?
Yeah, I would think so. I would really think so. I mean, in terms of tomorrow, I would personally go with a defensive performance. I just don't think we're quite ready to just go toe to toe and push out forward because they might exploit us. Defensively, we haven't been good. I would definitely ask for our defense to be more than solid. You know, the most solid it's ever been. You know, we have to get over ourselves and stop, you know, giving these little errors that we've seen recently from our back four. Normally we're solid. I would love to see us solid. I'd probably put Zuma man marking Yaya Toure the whole game. Just keep up with him. Just your concern is Yaya. Matic to sweep, defensive mid, and clean up. You know, support the back four. The wings are essential because they've got Silva, which we have to look out for. Ivanovic doesn't have the legs anymore to keep up with someone like Silva, so Willian has to put in a hell of a physical performance tomorrow. Track back like he's never tracked back before, as well as bombing forward. And a good stat that I saw from Vincent is, who's made a comment, is that apparently Costa has been the fastest striker in week 1 last week in the whole Premier League. He was the fastest. So the City defence are going to have a handful. I would definitely hit them on the counter. I hope Hazard is on form, and I hope Hazard is at the top of his game, because if he is, City are going to have problems. So if we just compact the lines, don't give too much space, don't give Yaya any space whatsoever, I can honestly see us going there and winning 1-0.
And also, we haven't been that great to start off the season. We haven't even come out of first gear, in my opinion, in terms of our attacking play. So we can't. It's going to be hard for everyone to be on that sort of level, trying to play an attacking form of play against Man City, who obviously going to be very organised and have started very well this season. I think, I agree with that. We've got to be not parking the bus, as say, but just be defensive, be wary, pick him off. Look, it's Jose. You know he's not going to come all guns blazing and risk losing, because Chelsea are never going to lose 4 or 5-0, which it could possibly be if we go out there trying to attack. So I definitely agree with that. Yeah, definitely. Defensively, trying to pick him off, fast wingers, and I'll go along with that. Definitely.
Definitely. 2 areas that I think, Tony and Dan, I want to get your view on this as well. 2 areas where I think we need to be essential is our set pieces, and make sure that we're getting the ball into the box, because we can score goals that way on a good day. Normally we're good in the air, so if we exploit them for set pieces and try and actually get the ball past the wall for once, that would be great. And another thing is to just have a chance. If we're going to be playing defensive and we're hitting on the counter, shoot when you have the chance. Just hit it, because you never know. You know what Joe Hart can be like sometimes. He can either play incredible or he can be an absolute blunder. You know, so I think taking a crack will be essential. When Costa gets the ball, if he has a chance, just go for it and hit it. I think shooting tomorrow is going to be a big factor. Do you agree, Tone?
Yeah, totally. I mean, you know, Terry Cahill from corners, free kicks. You know, we should be dangerous. And what I found is especially corners, we're not beating the first man. You know, it's almost a waste of a corner. Or a waste of an opportunity. And it's well documented that even though we were brilliant last year, we were very poor in certain areas, and one of those was obviously being able to shoot a goal. We're almost trying to score the perfect goal, walk the ball into the back of the net. Like we've said many a times, you know, obviously since Lampard's gone, we haven't really got that player that takes a pop at goal. Matic used to do that, you know, was it Benfica?
Benfica.
And, you know, we're not having a pop at goal because anything can happen from a shot at goal, you know, like a deflection or whatever. It's almost like we get to the edge of the area and then we square it and then we then go wide and we bring it into the centre again. And then it's almost, you know, why don't we just get ourselves into position, drop your shoulder and hit it, you know? We're not doing that enough as far as I'm concerned. And if we could, you know, get that 50% better, just think where we could be, you know.
Definitely.
Corners are a massive disappointment. Sometimes you think, oh, corner, we've got an opportunity now. It's get a good delivery in the box. Doesn't beat first man. They head it away,
Yeah.
Such a waste, So, yeah, absolutely. We've got to get that part of the game right because, when those opportunities come, you've got to take them, haven't you?
For sure. Ben?
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. I think set pieces, have just been dreadful recently. I mean, and it's just kind of criminal compared to like looking at the threats we have in the box. I mean, if Ivanovic, Matic, Terry, Cahill, and Costa are all on the pitch, it's almost criminal that you don't get the ball in the box. They are all brilliant players who can, especially Ivanovic, Terry, Zuma, even if he's playing tomorrow. Imagine you could have all those players on the pitch, and they could all be very big aerial threats.
We'll have big guys.
Big guys. And if Cesc gets it, apparently, I think I made reviews last year, and I pointed this out that we're not making enough corners, and I remember getting comments telling me that, well, we're the best kind of at set pieces, or we've got a good record at set pieces, scoring goals. But as Tony said, if we could get even better at that, just think of the amount of goals we can get. Also, just taking shots. I think Fabregas was kind of, I think most of them, especially Fabregas, there was 2 or 3 times last week when he got into a position where it was just inexcusable for him not to shoot. Like, he has to shoot at that point. There's no other option. And, I think he has to take that responsibility like he did it when we played against QPR. Tight games where you're not going to get a lot of chances. You just got to hit it. I think Hazard as well, sometimes it's a little bit too... he's not too. He should be more selfish sometimes for me. Yeah. I think passing the ball too much, trying to look for that assist. You're the best player in the Premier League. I think if he's a little bit more selfish, takes more shots at goal, takes players on a bit more, and I think Willian probably when one of his best games for Chelsea was away to City. If you remember when we won 1-0, I think just he looks so good that night. And if he can replicate that form, and we can get 2 wingers, Hazard and Willian, really bursting down his wing, Diego as well, who looked fast last week and fit. If you can get all of those things working, I think we can really be a threat on the counter attack tomorrow.
Definitely, Tom.
Yeah, the set piece is a big one because we've got John Terry, who is am I right, the highest scoring defender in the Premier League ever?
Yep.
Gary Cahill, who knows how to put himself about in the box. Ivanovic, who scores goals. We got a big side. We got some big players in our side. Diego, obviously, Matic, Zuma. We need to put decent balls in the box, and you're right. That is one of the biggest things we miss about Frank. Putting that quality ball into the box from corners or free kicks that are just too far to shoot from. So we got to get that right. I'm sure someone's been working on it throughout the summer. Do you know what I mean? Someone's going to take up that responsibility. And in terms of shooting from outside the box, we missed that from Frank as well. But we have got some good strikers of the ball. I mean, we all go back to Oscar's 2 goals against Juventus, which were fantastic. We know what he can do. Matic has got a good. Someone just mentioned that as well. Matic has got a good left foot on him, so he can strike the ball. Willian as well, who can strike a ball. Hazard has to definitely improve his striking. But those 2 areas, if we can get them bang on tomorrow, and we can score from them, I can't see them stopping us because that's where we're very dangerous from, especially playing against the big sides. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. Anyway.
I don't. Well, last point to make about the game. I don't know if you agree. If we contain Yaya Toure, Aguero, and Silva, if we just contain those 3 guys, do you think we can pick City for breakfast? We can just dismantle them really nicely if we just focus on those 3 guys.
Well, he came off against West Brom, was that not right, Toure? And there was a bit of a groin. Was it a bit of a groin problem? I know he's fit, but wasn't there, a little niggle there? So maybe if we pull him about a bit, I see where you're going with that one.
I mean, because if you take those 3 guys out, City are a pretty average player. I don't know if the kids are Man City fans.
Not my end.
More sweets.
It's not my end.
But, yeah.
Is that Yaya? Is that Yaya?
Yaya Toure.
With his birthday cake. He needs his birthday cake.
Well, I don't know. If we used to just take those three guys out of City's team, Aguero, Toure, and Silva, City become a pretty average side. I don't know if you just go to try and contain them.
Oh, bless.
Wow.
Tom.
Yaya Toure is having a bit of an issue over it. Give him the cake.
See, do you know what I was saying to you, Eunice, before we went on air?
Guys, we've got a guest.
Hey.
We've got a guest. Someone's walking up. Sorry, guys.
No worries.
Hello.
No worries.
Yeah, listen. Do you know what I did, Tom?
You guys to get on with it.
Is that again?
Are you alright? Should I leave you guys to get on with it, or are you alright with it, Ronnie?
We're totally fine. Totally fine.
All right.
Cool.
Listen, do you know what I've done, though, Tom? Tom, do you know what I've done?
Sorry?
I was saying to Eunice before we went on air, I said, listen, what I did when I come in, I got 3 great big bags of sweets. Terrible parenting, really. And I said, yeah, get your stuff up there. True. I know it's relentless, mate, isn't it, you know?
Oh, look, I've got this one. He wants to come in as well.
Mate, once they've at their last sweet, or, you know.
Hi.
He wants to come in. You know, Mum stuck me with the duties today, so I'm here myself.
Top dad.
Fair enough.
You guys carry on. Don't worry, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Toure, listen, if you was to get rid of them 3, then you've got a fantastic, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, we don't know, do we? Whether Aguero, do you think Aguero will start, or will he play Bonnie? You know.
No, I think they'll rush him and he'll start. But it's good if they rush him and he'll start, because who knows? After 20 minutes, he might blow. You know, he might just get injured or something.
They're not that great at the back, though, are they, mate? You know. I don't think they are. No.
And that's why I'm saying if we were to pick those 3 out, we can just pretty much not walk through them, but we can get past their defence. Pretty brittle.
I'm not worried about Sterling. You know. Who else they got? They got obviously Silva, obviously Toure.
Yeah.
Nasri, will he be Nasri?
Nasri's past it as far as I'm concerned.
Obviously Kolarov, that's Zabaleta, isn't it? But I mean, I think we'll be all right, mate. You know, don't worry about them. Let's go there as the champions, hold our head high. We're walking into that Etihad stadium going, listen, we're the champions. You know.
You show off respect.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not? Yeah,
definitely.
So right. We walked it last year. You know what? We've still got the same side. It's still the same players. I think most people would say our first 11 is better than anybody else's. That's for sure.
Definitely.
Also, we got to remember as well. They got another player who gives us a lot of trouble. A new player that they signed. He does give us a lot of trouble when we play against him. A youngster called Raheem Sterling.
Yeah.
And we've got to definitely be wary of him as well tomorrow.
For sure.
Sterling. I'm not worried about Sterling.
I'm not too worried either. When he was at Liverpool, we dealt with him pretty nicely.
We didn't deal with him very nicely when he scored against us in the League Cup.
No,
but that's why
he also had a lot of chances that night. He fluffed a lot of opportunities that night, didn't he?
Did.
Zuma dealt with him well in the second leg. Zuma dealt with him well.
Yeah.
We'll have Zuma marshalling. We'll have Zuma totally like you said, man marking Yaya everywhere you go. You stick with Yaya. You know what I mean? And
it's TV.
we'll be all right. Let's be positive. Come on, the chops.
Last minute predictions, guys. Your last prediction, Tony, for tomorrow.
Well, we'll nick it 1 or 2. I would say 1 or 1-0. 2-1, because we always concede, don't we?
Yeah.
I'll stick to my original one. I'm gonna go 1-1.
Right.
With the reverse. So this time we get the equaliser.
Oh, okay. And Tom, if he's around. Tom's gone for parental duties. Yeah.
5-0, he's saying.
Well, we'll get his score prediction when he comes back. But
just a quick one, Eunice. Yeah. Ramirez.
yeah.
2-1.
Oh, yeah.
2-1. There we go. 2-1. There you go.
2-1.
Is that to us, Tom? Is that to us?
To us, of course, yeah. No other way.
No,
Brilliant.
Ramirez apparently he's been called up for Brazil, hasn't he? And he's basically saying, "Listen, I'm not going nowhere. I don't want to leave Chelsea. I love Chelsea, and I want to win more trophies with Chelsea."
I'm more than happy for that. If you're just willing to put the work in and improve a bit more, and just put on some good performances, I'd be more than happy to keep Ramirez in. He's a quality player on his day.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
I'll leave you guys, yeah? I will leave
Oh,
you
no,
guys.
Tom, just before you go, Adnan has put a pretty good comment here saying, he's gone. All right, well, Adnan put a pretty good comment saying, breaking news, Arsene Wenger wants to sign Thompson. which was cheeky. That's a good one, Adnan. Well done. Before we go off air, Louis is saying hi. He's in the comments. Louis over from Italy. Hello, mate. Harry.
Do you know? I've got to tell you this, right? He texted me today, yeah? Today. He's saying, good luck today, mate. He goes, come on the Chelsea, we're going to do it. And I'm going, Louis, it's tomorrow.
He's stuck in time.
I'm on a plane then when that's happening. I said,
well,
just a quick one. Also, this Mancunian Way on the City website. Apparently, have you seen that sinkhole? Have you seen that stretch of road where it's literally collapsed? It's like something like War of the Worlds, where like a whole massive, great big hole because of the weather and that. It's always raining there, isn't it? But no, apparently Mancunian Way. It's all closed off, so anyone that's driving tomorrow.
Well, there's a heads up.
Aren't we, bud? So,
Yeah, that is definitely a heads up. Well, before we go, a few comments here saying 2-1. Quite a lot of 2-1s, a few 1-0s, and a couple of 1-1s, but no one has said we're going to lose, so that's a good sign. Fingers crossed, we do the business tomorrow and we leave with a win. That's all I'm looking for. But, guys, thank you for coming.
What do you think, Eunice? Did you say?
I'm going 1-0. I'm going for a nice, comfortable 1-0. Costa for the winner, and then we're just going to park the bus for the rest of the game and leave with a win. That's it.
Have they sold? Have they sold their tickets now, Eunice? Anyone know out there?
God knows. But, we'll find out tomorrow. For those of you who are watching, we will be at the Etihad tomorrow. So normal fan cams as usual, normal interviews, everything will be normal tomorrow as we will be watching the game there. No Daily Blues tomorrow. That's just a given. We won't be doing Daily Blues tomorrow. But the day after, we will, and we'll review the whole game together. Me, Tony, Dan, possibly Tom as well. We'll give our opinions on the game. Hopefully it's going to be a win. But guys, thank you for coming on once again, Daily Blues. Looking forward to tomorrow. Subscribe to 100% Chelsea if you are new. Remember to check out all the Twitter links. Tony is at Tony 100% Chelsea. Daniel is at Son of Chelsea. Check out all the social media links in the description, and we'll see you really soon. So come on, you Blues. Let's go to City and get ourselves a win.
Come on, Chelsea.
Come on.
Come on.
Thank you, guys. Take care.